Here we are. Here we are in our practice. Here we are in our bodies. Here we are with our breath. Yeah, hopefully we haven't yet done too much today since awakening, but see if you can take the time to downshift a bit. Settling into the experience of your body within, without, your experience with the breath. And your experience with the mind space. We're aware of the whole body, within and without. And allow the breath to wash over the body. Inhale, fill, navel rises. Exhale, navel falls. We are with our breath in our bodies in this place. Good. And if anything arises, anything at all in the headspace or maybe in the body, inhale, acknowledge it, and see if you can even direct the breath to the area of tension. And then let it go on the exhale. Try not to stick to one particular thought or area of the body. You're with your whole body. Last few breaths. Yeah. If you'd like to create an intention for your day, for your practice, you may. If you'd like to take some open mouth exhales or fluttering of the lips, you may. We'll start some of our movement practices on our back. So from the supine position, yeah, if your legs were extended, you could hug the knees to the chest. You could rock the head side to side. Really notice the back plane of the body against the floor. Good. And let's plant the left foot down to the floor, the left heel toward the left seat, and float that right leg long to the ceiling. Yeah. So hands clasp at the hamstring. Yeah, you can point and flex that right foot or add circles. If the low back allows, you could send that left leg long. Otherwise, keeping it propped in like that can help the low back. Good. Yeah, nice, smooth, deliberate movement. Yeah, and now start to pendulum that right leg. You can continue with your support, right and left, swaying side to side. Good. And let's find a half happy baby here. So bending that right knee, you can bring that right forearm and hook it behind the back of the thigh if you'd like. Or if you're ready, peace fingers to the big toes or the inside or outside of that right foot. So the sole of the right foot is parallel to the ceiling and you're drawing down with that right hand or arm. And the left side, the left leg is heavy to the floor as well. Breath in the body, body in this place. Breath in the pelvis. And then bring that left leg back in. And we're going to take a figure four, right ankle to the top of the left knee. And the hands can support at the outside of that right knee and thigh, or left hand to the top of the left shin and draw in and down. Soften shoulders. You could rock side to side here. You can clasp hands behind the left thigh if you'd like. Draw in and down. Could float left leg to the ceiling if you'd like. So be with your practice and customize as you feel that's right for you. Good. And we're going to fall into a figure four twist here. So release the hands. You might want to inch the hips a little closer to the right to facilitate the twist. And then allow the figure four to fall to the left. T with that right arm. Adjust the upper body to help with the twist. Left side, shoulder blade toward the right. And move the breath into the right side chest. Any variation with that right arm. Maybe it's overhead, bending that right elbow. Maybe it's out in a T position. Breath and awareness washing over the body. Good. And then rise, gently untwist, but keep the stacking of the right knee on the left and take more of a supine cow face pose or shoelaces. So the hands can come to each thigh or lower down towards the ankles, perhaps heels toward the outer hips, and draw in and down, bending the elbows. Outer hip sensations. Deep breath. Good. And release. Unravel the legs, draw knees to the chest. And I welcome you to take anything you'd like before the other side here. Some options. You could take dynamic bridge. But knees are bent, press feet, and lift the hips and the arms up and over the head and lower everything back down. You could hold the height of the bridge. Maybe you want to send the legs long to the ceiling and use a strap at the ball mount, and add a little movement or circles. Yeah, so anything you'd like here before the other side. Good. And then release. The right foot props against the floor, send right leg long, and send the left leg long to the ceiling. You can clasp the hands at the left hamstring, point and flex that left foot, add circles. Good, and then allow that left leg to sway, left and right, tick tock. Nice and easy. Good. And then bending the left knee, taking that left leg a little wide into a half happy baby pose. Going only as deep as it feels right to you. Still early in the practice. Then forming your figure four, left ankle to the top of that right knee. Maybe the hands are supporting at the outside of the leg, left leg, and top of that right shin. Maybe you're clasping of the right hamstring, drawing in and down, maybe sending right leg long and rocking side to side. Good. And then finding your twist. So keep the figure forward, the legs, shift hips a little bit left to help facilitate the twist as you drop the legs to the right. Any form with that left arm. Good. Last breath. Lift out of the twist, but hold the stacking of the left knee on top of the right supine shoelaces. And maybe you support the legs at the shins, mid shin, or toward the ankles and draw the heels with the legs in and down. This side may feel different, and that's okay. Good. Unravel and ask yourself what your body needs. Legs long to the ceiling, perhaps. Full happy baby, maybe another bridge pose. Maybe a rest and feet together, knees apart, bound angle. Preparing the body for some movement. We're gonna hug the knees to the chest. We're gonna rock spine wise, and you're welcome to hold a boat formation as you rock up. You can support hands at the hamstrings. Back down to the shoulders, lift the hips. Make a few of these. Gaining momentum so that when you rock up, you'll find yourself in a standing forward fold at the front end of the mat. Feet hip width or greater. You can sway side to side. You can collect opposite elbows or wrap forearms behind the calves. Yeah. 4, 3/4 of the feet grounding to the forehead. Heavy gravity working on the spine. And we're gonna rise with a nice rounded spine. All the way up, arms high, wide and high. Then settle into Tadasana, equal standing, whole body breath here. Good. Okay, we're gonna take a little vinyasa together. You can follow along and then move at your own pace. Inhale, sweep arms high. Exhale, side bend to the right. Good. Inhale, rise. Exhale, side bend left. Good. Inhale, center. Exhale, arching back in your standing position. And then rise and fall forward. Standing forward fold. Bend the knees if you need. Taking a twist, left hand down, flow right arm high, bending left knee. Good. And switch, right knee bends, right hand down, float left arm high. Good. Deeply bend both knees. T with the arms, sink back into the heels and into the hips. Good. Exhale, open mouth, fold. Good. Inviting you to take any flow that works for you. And we'll meet in downward facing dog. Flat back. Maybe you'll step to plank top of a push-up and hold. Maybe you want to take all fours. Maybe you're going to lower down knees, chest, chin, or maybe go through a cat-cow, cobra, or upward facing dog. Exhale, dog pose. 3 to 5 breaths in your dog pose here, movement or stillness. Good. Complete exhale. Lift the gaze, hands to the feet, flat back. Inhale, exhale, fold. Rise all the way up. Exhale, equal standing. Complete breath, whole body awareness. Take a couple more rounds. Inhale, hands high. Side bend left this time, tailbone heavy. Rise. Side bend right. Rise, gently arching back, pelvis forward. And then exhale, fold, hinge at the hips. Twist here, right hand down, right knee bends, float left arm high. And switch, float right arm high. Deeply bending both knees, T with the arms. Reach through the crown and the sternum. Exhale, open mouth, fold. Good. Taking any flow through to dog pose. Customize as you need. Smooth, deliberate movements. 3 to 5 breaths in dog pose. Bending knees if you need, soft bend in the elbows. Moving the upper arm bones away from the head. Head heavy, gaze at the eye level at the wall behind you. You're gonna lift with the gaze, step or jump feet forward, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Rise all the way up. Reaching, exhale, equal standing, whole body breath. Good, last round, hands high. Good. Side bend to the right. Rise, side bend left. Rise, gently arching back. Good, and then rise and fold forward. Good. Twisting right, bending left knee, float right arm high. Good. Twisting left. Deeply bending both knees, T with the arms, sink back into the heels and into the hips. Good, open mouth, fold. And taking any flow through, meeting in downward facing dog, step or jump. Good. And whole dog pose, or by all means, if you need to rest, meet in child's pose. Toes together, knees apart. You can always rest at any time during practice in child's pose. Back to dog pose. Float right leg high, three-legged dog. Exhale, three-legged plank, shoulders over the wrists, right knee to the right elbow, press back, three-legged dog. Exhale, three-legged plank. 2 or 3 more. Good. Step right foot forward between the hands, left heel grounds, rise into warrior one. Hands to the hips to start. High as you're ready. Cactus arms or straight through the arm. Or you could even bring the palms together at the heart center. Maybe you want to ease into the pose. Maybe you want to straighten through that right leg and then hinge that bend at the knee. Good. Grounding the outside line of that left foot. Then clasp the hands behind you, gently arching back. Puff out the chest. Exhale halfway and hold, or all the way to the instep, head low, knuckles high. Good. Rise, warrior one. Exhale to open into your warrior two pose. Good. Again, if you need to ease into this pose as well, straight through the arms and legs, and then find your lunge. Good. Good. Hold warrior two, palms facing down or flip them up. Soften the muscles at the base of the neck. Reverse your warrior. Good. And then hold the length on the right side. Sink into the hips, lateral side angle. Right forearm to the top of that right thigh. Left hand to left hip. Right side rib cage to the left wall. Any variation with that left arm overhead or keeping at the hip. Good. Gentle engagement of the core here. Add that right arm parallel to the left. Good. So we're lifting a little bit from the navel and then initiating a twist here. Lift the left heel, palms together, and move into a twist. Left elbow to the outside line of that right knee, press right palm into left, or left hand down, float right arm high. Good. Release, hands down, toe heel that right foot out to the side, sink into a dragon or lizard pose. Left knee can come to the floor, or it can remain lifted. You can stay propped up on the hands or come to the forearms. You can shift hips side to side. A little bit of a twist if you'd like. Good. Place palms, tuck left toes. Bring that left foot forward to meet the right and sink into the hips, wide squat. Heels in, toes out. Press the palms, elbows to the inner thighs. Reach through the crown. Good. And then mindful of the knees, head low, hips high. The feet can be mat width if you'd like. Sway side to side. If you'd like to deepen into the forward bend, you could clasp the hands, head low, knuckles high. Or peace fingers to the big toes. Good. And then rise when you're ready. Nice and easy. Float arms high and wide. Exhale, mountain pose. Whole body breath. Good. We'll move through any vinyasa. Back to dog pose. To the other side. Step or jump. Good. Now rest in child's if you need. Left leg high when you're ready. Three-legged dog. Exhale, three-legged plank. And repeat. Good. Step left foot forward, right heel grounds. Rise into your warrior one. You could ease into the pose if you'd like. Straighten through both legs and then add the lunge. Hands at the hips or the heart center are high. Good. Then clasp hands behind you, gently arching back. Puff out the chest. Exhale, fold. Rise, inhale, warrior one, exhale, warrior two. Good, you can ease into this pose as well. Good. Palms facing down or up. And try both ways, soften shoulders. Good, tailbone heavy, abdomen gently lifting and toned. Lengthen and then reverse. Rise, side angle pose. Gaze anywhere it's comfortable. The head can be heavy. Good. Slight engagement at the core. Add that left arm parallel to the right. Good. And then from the navel, we're going to initiate a twist. Lift that right heel. It can be a prayer twist. Right elbow to the outside line of that left knee. Press left palm into right. Or right hand down, left arm high. You can toe heel that left foot out to the side. And then release hands to the instep, toe heel, that left foot more out to the side for your dragon or lizard pose, movement or stillness. Breath down into the pelvis, right knee down or lifted, pressing through that right heel. Good. Tuck right toes, right leg meets the left to the front of the mat. Heels and toes out, sink into the hips. Malasana wide squat again, taking a twist. This time, right hand down to the floor, to the block, float that left arm high. Good. Center inhale, twisting, right, left hand down, float right arm high. Good. Center inhale and exhale, forward fold. Feet any width apart. Maybe more passive, collecting opposite elbows, or maybe more active, toes, these fingers to the big toes, or soles of the feet and the hands under the soles of the feet. Good, and then rise all the way up. Equal standing, arms wide and high. Exhale, Tadasana. Whole body awareness, whole body breath. We'll flow through any vinyasa, meeting in downward facing dog. I'm gonna float right leg high, three-legged dog. And then step that right foot forward into high lunge. So keeping that left heel lifted, hands to the hips or heart center. Good. High as you're ready. So hips, shoulders level and square. hips. Find a little buoyancy here in the pose. And we're going to prop that left foot a little bit closer to the right, and we're going to launch ourselves into a warrior three pose or airplane pose. So we're standing on one leg, hinging at the hips, left leg parallel to the floor. Lower that left hip point, perhaps hands at the heart center. Good. And then we're going to open to standing half moon pose. So you'll stack the left hip on the right, right hand down to the floor, to the block. Left hand to left hip or left hand high. Good. Left hand to left hip, bending right knee. Guide that left leg back. We're going to rise back into a warrior two. And then straighten through that right lead leg, a reverse triangle. And then rise and move into a full triangle, hinging at the hip. Good. Inhale. Exhale. Good. And now to our bowing warrior, both hands down, framing that right foot. Left foot comes a little bit closer. Flat back, inhale. You can manually draw that right hip back with the help of the right thumb right at the hip crease. Hold the halfway lift or fold. Good. Rise halfway lift, float the arms behind you, then down and up. Lift the torso, step left foot to meet the right at the front of the mat. Tadasana. Full body breath. Good. We'll move through to downward facing dog to the other side. Step or jump. Float left leg high. Step left foot forward, high lunge. Sinking into the hips, hands to the hips, or to the heart center or high. Right hip forward, left hip back, pressing through that right heel. A block or a book could be helpful here. One or two of them if you'd like for airplane pose. Warrior three. So launch yourself onto that left standing leg or use any walls for support. You can have a soft bend in that left knee if you'd like. Press your right heel. Good. And then with care, stack the hips. Stack right hip on the left, left hand down at a parallel to the left pinky toe for standing half moon pose. Pressing through both heels. And then bending left knee, guide yourself back toward a warrior two lunge for a moment. And then straighten through that left leg, reverse triangle. Good, and then full triangle. Inhale, exhale, pyramid pose. Both hands down, framing that left foot. Pop that right foot closer, feet can be hip width. Go on the inside line of the right foot, the outside line of the right foot, inside line of the left rather. You can draw the left hip crease back with the left thumb. Hold or fold. Good, rise halfway left, and then all the way up. Step right foot to meet the left, equal standing. Tadasana, whole body breath. Breath in our body, body in this place. All right, I thought we'd try a standing dancer pose for our standing pose today. Left standing leg. You can find any support of a wall. Bending that right knee, right hand around to the top of that right ankle or foot, and exhale, close the knees toward each other. And maybe this is your pose here. That's a nice quad stretch and balancing, firing up that left standing leg. Or you can proceed if you'd like, left arm high, press right foot forward into that right hand as you lower the torso and reach through that left arm. Any support you need works. Right toes toward the ceiling, right shoulder drawing back. A few breaths, moving very deliberately, incrementally, if you choose to lower. Good. And then rise whenever you're ready. And replace that right foot on the floor and let's shake it out. Let's move the upper body side to side. Yeah, or shift the hips side to side. Good. Right standing leg. Dancer pose, bending that left knee, left hand to the top of that left foot. And again, maybe this is your pose, and that's right where you should be. Left shoulder drawing back, quad stretch. Otherwise, right arm high, and then press the left foot into the left hand. Keeping that left hip toward the floor, reaching through the right hand. Good. Left toes to the ceiling. Good. Lower any amount. And then rise whenever you're ready and shake it out. Sway side to side. Good. Okay, Tadasana. Full body awareness. We'll float back to downward facing dog when you're ready. Any flow through. All right. And then we're gonna step or working on your jump through to the seat into a boat pose. If you're working on abs, you're welcome to skip this if you'd like. Good. So with boat pose, your arms are free or the hands are supporting at the hamstrings. If you're skipping this, you can come into your back and move into your bridge pose. That's where we'll be heading. Good. If you want to straighten through the legs, you may. Good. And then hold the engagement, the center line, and move into low boat. So the small of the back comes to the floor, and the legs stay long and go to the 45. Hug all the muscles to the bones. You can paddle the legs or cycle the legs if that takes the edge off. Good. And then knees to the chest and let go of the effort and rock the head side to side. Moving into any back bending variation. So that could be a dynamic bridge, in and out of bridge. That could be a supported bridge, with or without a prop underneath you. You could clasp the hands underneath you and draw the biceps toward the body, maybe using a block or a bolster. Maybe you're feeling ambitious this morning and you have a full wheel practice and want to work on your full back bending wheel. So you could take a longer hold in a back bend or come down and rest in between for 2 to 3 shorter lifts. And then moving into a supported shoulder stand, or if you have a full shoulder stand, practice, you could take that. So for supported, you could have a bolster or a block or a blanket underneath you, and you could float the legs long. You could bring yourself to a wall for this pose if you'd like. You can do this with the hips right on the floor, and you could use a strap at the ball mounts and draw down. If you have a full shoulder stand practice and would like to take that, you're welcome. Any movements or stillness if you prefer with the toe joints, ankle joints. We're lengthening our exhalations compared to the inhalations here, cooling off the body. If you want to take wide legs, you may. You can support, prop the elbows to the floor, use the hands to support. If you're in pigeon pose, if you're in full shoulder stand and like to lower the legs back behind you to plow pose, you may, or you could eventually bend the knees into ear pressure pose. Last few breaths. Good, and rolling out if you're in with your legs behind you, or if you were in supported, lower one leg at a time back to bridge. Press feet, remove any support, and then lower the spine top to bottom, knees to the chest. So I'm thinking about an hip opener for the right side. So your choice. If you really want to stay on your back, that works. You could take crossing right ankle on top of the left knee again. So the shoelaces pose. You take ankle to knee again. You could take supine pigeon where you're extending through that left leg. You could even lift the forehead to the right toe. Or if you want full pigeon, you can rock up, send left leg back, right knee bent into your pigeon pose. So take any form of a hip opener. You could even take seated ankle to knee as a nice hip opener as well. Left ankle to the top of that right knee. Good. Yes, you could stay upright in pigeon or lengthen as you lower. Good. And release. If you are in pigeon, you could swing left leg around. Can't see what everyone else is in. Oh, it looks like Sandy's on your back. So let's come to the back for our other hip opener left side. So whether that was a pigeon or whether you're gonna take shoelaces pose again, more of a yin hold. Good. Hi, Pam. So we're in the hip opener left side. Can you hear me, Pam? Sandy, can you hear me? You could give me a heads up if you can. Oh, you can. Okay. Pam, can you hear me?
Yeah, my connection keeps dropping out for some reason.
Okay. Well, you know, we're about 10 minutes out, so we were just gonna do an easy supine spinal twist and then move into Shavasana. So, okay. All right. You can stick with us. All right. So, yeah, take another 5 to 10 breaths in the hip opener on the left side. So, whether that's pigeon or shoelaces. Maybe you can compare this pose to the one this morning when we started. Perhaps there's a little bit more flow, a little bit more spaciousness. Good. All right. Yeah, so unravel the legs from your, I think we all chose a supine hip pose. We're going to take a spinal twist now. It could be very easy and simple, bending at the knees, T with the arms, lowering the legs to the right. Or if you want to keep those legs wrapped like eagle legs, you could do that. You could use a support underneath the legs, a blanket or a block. Allow that left shoulder to be heavy to the floor. Inflating the left side rib cage with breath. Good. And then with care, unravel, knees to the chest. Now we're going to lower the legs to the left, either keeping the legs bent, or if you want to deepen and take eagle legs, you may lower the legs to the left, gaze right. Inflate the right side rib cage with breath. In and out. In and out. Good. And then unravel and ask yourself what it is your body needs before final rest. Or maybe it needs final rest right away, in which case you can go there. Yeah, so anything, maybe a full happy baby. We never did do a seated forward fold. If you wanted to rock up for a brief forward fold of your choice, you may. Or move right into your final rest. Think about what you'd like that final rest to look like. Is it full Shavasana? Is it constructive rest? Inner knees resting on each other? Do you want to support underneath the legs at the knees? Do you want it feet together, knees apart, with some support at the outer thighs? Cover yourself with a blanket, perhaps, maybe something over the eyes. Make yourself a little nest. Good. Leave a nice long resting period this morning. Or seated meditation could work as well. Any support. Allow yourself to downshift, letting go of any control over the breath, any control over the physical body. Breath in the body, body in this place. Maybe you had an intention for your practice and maybe you want to hold that intention right there at the center of the heart and allow it to bathe in pure white light. Allow there to be a softening, a releasing of the effort, of the holding. Allow the body to simply be over the floor. And perhaps with each incremental exhalation, you can translate any of the weight, any of the worry, any of the stories through the grounding points to the earth beneath you. I'll let you be with your breath and with your rest. Allow the breath and tenderness to wash over the body. Still going deeper into your relaxation. Softening all the lines of the face, jaw, tongue, and throat. Eyes resting in their socket. Release and relax even the cells of the body. Last few breaths. Open mouth exhales if you'd like, or fluttering the lips. Or the breath out. Good. And on your own time, if you're not already there, you can make your way to seated. I thought we had another minute or two if you would like to end and close with a simple alternate nostril breathing. So you can find your seated pose as comfortable as you can. You can bring that right hand, right fingers toward the forehead. You can support the right elbow and the weight of the right arm with the left hand if you'd like. And so we have middle finger and or pink ring finger at the forehead at the third eye. The right side thumb controls the right side nostril, and the left side nostril is controlled by either the right pinky or the right ring finger. And so, yeah, maybe the index or the middle finger are supported at the forehead. So, on an inhale, inhale deeply through both nostrils. Gently closing up the left side nostril and gently pour the breath out through the right nostril. Gently inhale through the right nostril, sipping air. Close off the right side nostril with the thumb. Exhale through the left side nostril. Good. Inhale, gently sipping air through the left side nostril. And exhale through the right side nostril. Good. And repeat. Inhale, right. Visualizing the breath going all the way up to the third eye center of the forehead where the fingers touch. Exhale through the left side nostril. Inhale left. Exhale right. Another round or two. Move at your own pace. Nothing forceful with the breath, nice and easy. Good. Ending through an exhale on the right side and release the right arm. Deep, even breath through both nostrils. Open mouth, exhale. We'll close our practice with breath. Palms in the lap or at the heart center. And thank you for sharing your presence in your practice. Thank you, Sandy. Thank you, Pam. Enjoy your day.